that, I was done. Unfortunately, his wife was not. After she directed some additional choice words and phrases at him, they spent the rest of the ride home in silence. You may be wondering, how could an interaction like that be something my marriage needs? And he explains, as I will to you. You have to go through something sometimes. Even if it seems something so simple as the whole gotcha, or I told you so, or like I said, you should have listened, you have to go through that. You definitely have to go through that because you have to grow. You have to grow, and then you have to understand your mate. Now, mind you, this couple might have got into the car 2 days later with the same scenario, Now, don't you tell me, don't you control me, I said. Like I said a few days ago, don't do that. Oh, but I'm going to go as fast as I want. Here comes the officer. Same thing, and it may happen a few times. But at times, men, they're just simple guys. It's like, we're going to do it our way, handle it, deal with it. That's it. I don't want you to tell me what you think. I don't want you to tell me what somebody else thinks. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And if I got to suffer the consequences, I'm going to suffer the consequences, and I'm going to deal with it. Period. Ladies, we've seen a lot of video over the past few weeks on Sunday. I can tell you, my husband makes a wrong turn. Hey. And most of the time, I'll drive just to make sure that doesn't happen because we get into it. We do. And it's a silent treatment. It really is a silent treatment because you want to say, I told you so, but you're trying, just like you said in here, you're trying not to create conflict. It's like, okay, I'm going to pick and choose my battles. Should I talk to him and tell him that he's going the wrong way? Or are we going to circle the gas station 5 times and figure it out for ourselves? What do? You know, you have to get to that happy medium where it's like, okay, what's worth it? Should I, shouldn't I? Ladies, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and tell them. What's wrong with that? So, we talked about pushing buttons on Sunday. Pushing buttons. We love to push buttons. Everybody has that button to push. And so I wanted to go through it a little bit because, you know, you can imagine this couple in this scenario, and it's like every single time she may bring up this incident. You didn't listen to me when that cop was following us. Why you know, when you start bringing in the tone. Now, mind you, she could say, you know, honey, I think we've gone down this road before, you know, and because of it, you got a ticket. But most people aren't that calm. They go the other way. You know, like I told you last week, perhaps you shouldn't have done it like that. Maybe you should have, you know, if the tone comes off. And so therefore, the whole situation is blown up because of the tone, your tone. So bringing up the past is something that you don't want to do when it comes to conflict. You don't want to add fuel to the fire because, trust me, if you bring up past issues, you're adding fuel to the fire. You're pushing the buttons like a little kid that gets in the elevator and sees 1 through 30. You want to push all the buttons, so you can't do that. Basically, when you're pushing buttons, you're just trying to draw an emotional reaction out of that person. You want to see what they're going to do. You want to see how they're going to react. And sometimes you want to look at that, and sometimes you don't. You know, and I think at the end of the day, I know what's going to set my husband off, so I just don't do that. I just don't do that. And it just remains a happy, happy life. I know exactly what's going to set him off, just like to the T. And I just don't do it. I just sacrifice myself and I say, you know what's it worth? Because the silent treatment will happen. So we're going to do a few things first. Last month, we had testimony service. Not the real Baptist testimony service, but testimony service. And so we thought we'd give you guys an opportunity, if you'd like, to come up and talk about how the small groups has benefited your marriage. If you like to do that, it's fine. If not, we'll break into our small groups. So I will leave the mic open for a few minutes, and if you'd like to come up and do that, you may. No American Idol, though. Not that kind of open mic. Otherwise, we'll break up. Okay. Going well. So, is it you, Evelyn, or are you pointing at Lucy? Are y'all coming up?